Hello, and welcome to a very, very special episode of the Slightly Biased Podcast. I'm Vinny, and today I have brought in two experts in the Syracuse area who have lived there, breathed there, eaten there, and they're here to talk Syracuse for you. And these two special guests are
Caroline.
Tyler.
Caroline and Tyler. All right, I'm going to sit back. You guys got this. Just talk.
No. You mean background.
Okay, well,
why are we doing this podcast?
Okay. Well, recently I went to Syracuse for work, and I was just blown away by the landscape, the people, the sights.
Let's specify. This is Syracuse, New York. I'm not sure if there's other Syracuses out there, but this is Syracuse, New York.
I think there's only one.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, yeah, Syracuse, New York, right off the lake. You know? So, yeah, I was there for work, and I spent a few days out there, and I took it all in, and I have just so many questions. So many questions. First off, driving from Boston to Syracuse, you pass through a ghost town. It's definitely haunted. Is it haunted?
Which ghost town?
I don't know. It's on the highway.
That's like half of upstate New York.
There you go. It's haunted. And my next question. I was driving around Syracuse. Saw this big-ass dome. What is the dome? Big dome on my left-hand side.
I'll let Ty answer that one.
Well, actually, I don't know if it's still officially called the Carrier Dome, but it was the Carrier Dome.
What does it carry?
A Carrier is an air conditioning company, actually.
I thought it was a school dome.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, they make ACs there. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yes, it's the Carrier Dome. That was made, or I don't know, sponsored by this air conditioning company, and the whole roof is actually inflated. So the top is not like a hard roof.
What did they do there? What is going on in that dome?
Oh, all sorts of things.
What?
Yeah.
Is it affiliated with the university?
It, in fact, is affiliated
Wow.
with Syracuse University.
Oh, my God. What are they doing there? What
They
is going down?
throw balls back and forth, I've been told.
Sports?
Yeah. Actually, I've spent a lot of time in that dome.
This is a good transition to what are yours guys' experience with Syracuse? So who wants to go first can go first.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you know that Tyler was in the, what was it called? The Pride of the Orange?
The marching band?
I had no idea.
Yeah, the Pride of the Orange.
I had no idea.
Really?
When you played that song, did you know that?
I just typed in Syracuse on YouTube and that came
That could have been, what year was that video
Yeah,
from?
Tyler could have been in that video.
I could have been playing in
What?
that video. Yeah.
My God. Let me see. Let me pull up my YouTube. Oh, it went to the previous video. It is the Syracuse University fight song from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go back
Yep.
now and look for Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh, my
You might
gosh.
see me.
That is wonderful. You were in the band?
I was in the band.
What
for
did
my
you
4
play?
years. I played the trumpet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you first chair?
No. No. No, I was not. Because there were actual like music majors and professional musicians in the band as well, which I was not.
My God. You did it for
Professional
fun,
musicians,
recreation?
wow.
Just for fun.
Was it
Yeah.
for a girl or anything? You just wanted to do it?
No, I don't think anyone does band to get ladies or
There's one guy I know did. He did.
Good for him.
Yeah.
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 Do you still play your trumpet ever?
It's been a while. For a while, I did a summer gig with a local band, but I didn't do that last summer. So it's been a while since I've played.
Well, you can always go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been doing other things. So,
Busy
but yeah,
boy.
I did my undergrad there. Played in the marching band. Did some
Undergrad for
research.
what? What is undergrad?
Who knows, really? I got my bachelor's in biochemistry.
Oh, my
while I was there,
gosh.
which
4
is
years in Syracuse.
How
huh?
I met Kara.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
4 years.
You lived on campus the whole time?
Yeah.
Except for
Wow.
that brief period of time where we lived
Except
together.
yes. Where
Whoa,
we were
what is this
roommates for,
scandalous shit
like-
I'm hearing?
For like 3-4 days a week. How long
Yeah,
was
maybe
it?
it might have been like a week or two. I don't
It's like
remember.
a weird thing where I was
Yeah.
subletting over the summer off campus and then moving back into a dorm during the fall. And there was like a few days there where I didn't have a place to live. So I lived with Kara.
You couldn't live in the Carrier Dome? Looks pretty
You
big.
probably
It's
could,
pretty
yeah.
spacious.
It's not
hear it
really
inflates.
heated at night, although it's
Oh.
in the summer. probably would have been fine. Although then
Mm.
it gets really hot because it's ironically for being like built by an air conditioning company, it doesn't have air conditioning.
Those fucks. What's the
Yeah.
mascot there? The orange,
The orange.
air conditioner?
Otto the orange.
Oh, Otto the orange.
Yeah.
What
He's
the
really
hell is an
cute.
Otto?
That's his name.
Well, what is it?
It's like the embodiment of the color orange.
It's an
Well,
orange.
how is that a mascot?
I don't know, the Cornell Big Red. Like,
What the hell is wrong with these universities like skimping on
Well-
the mascots?
Well, it happens when like the first mascot you had was pretty racist.
What was it?
The Saltine Warrior, and it was like a Native
Mhm.
American.
The Saltine
Yeah.
Warrior?
And then they changed to being the Orange Man, which is not really better. And then they just dropped the men, and now they're the orange.
Oh my god.
It's like when you have a racist mascot but need to change your name but don't want to lose the branding. So that's how you just.
Why couldn't they be like the Syracuse Snowflakes or something? What the hell is an orange? They don't even grow oranges there.
There was an orange tree on campus, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow. One, huh? Wow.
There might have been a few. Definitely in the quad, there was definitely at least one.
Wow. When I was driving to where Caroline lived in Syracuse, I came across this big ass stone thing on top of a hill. What was that? Am I describing it poorly?
Are you describing buildings or?
It was like a landmark almost by itself on top of a hill.
Oh, I don't know what he's describing.
Let's consult Google.
I'm
Big
pretty.
ass stone thing.
I went up a hill. I think you turn
Uh-huh.
into maybe university property or something. You go up a hill on the left, and there was this big ass stone thing.
I do not know what you're talking.
You guys are
about.
awful experts.
Yeah, we spent most of our time in a lab.
Oh, fucking nerds.
Kara should explain why she was at
Nerds.
Syracuse, because that also explains why we know each other.
Yeah, why don't you Google this? Because
I
I don't
am.
know what you're talking about.
Tell your story about Syracuse.
So, yeah, I lived in Syracuse for 4 years as well. And I was in grad school getting my PhD. And Tyler worked in the same lab as me. And he was my undergrad student. And we worked together.
Yeah.
Mhm. And we published papers together.
Wow.
We did, yeah.
So your entire 4 years in Syracuse was just publishing papers. You didn't go out of the lab at all. You just back and forth in the
I
lab.
went
That's
into
not
the
true.
Carrier Dome.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I
Pretty
heard a
much
rumor you were
it.
there.
I did a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in Syracuse. I have a lot of tidbits for you. We'll see where we get.
I spent a lot of my
chance.
time when I was there in East Syracuse by the
Yeah.
airport.
Mhm.
I went to this really shitty casino full of old people who were just waiting to die. Don't recommend it.
Sounds
Point
like-
Pleasant or Point something. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't recommend that casino.
Do you know where you should have gone?
Tell me.
To the best dining experience you'll get
What?
in the Northeast, which is Funkin' Waffles.
It was on my list. I did not get there.
That
I went to
should go
Dinosaur
higher.
though,
Dinosaur,
but I
okay,
did not
that's a
get to
good-
Funkin' Waffle.
Dinosaur barbecue is also very good.
It's very
So
much a
if they-
dive bar,
if
which I liked.
They closed down the Marshall Street area. Where is Funkin' Waffle still there, or
It is still there.
I don't
looked it
know
up when I was
that
out
it
there.
is still there
I looked it
because
up,
that happened after I left.
because
They
there was a
closed
Funkin'
down.
Waffles downtown too, right?
There was, yeah. That one came after the Marshall Street one.
Yeah,
But I know, yeah, they closed down like a lot of things on Marshall
yeah,
Street.
because they were like redoing that whole sketchy alley.
Yeah, where Chuck's was. And
Yeah,
Yeah, Chuck's did not get there. I hear it's closed.
you
it's
didn't.
closed.
Sorry.
You didn't miss much. It was
I
like,
still think I missed a lot.
Well,
I like a
courtside
good
is like
dive
a
bar.
slightly better Chuck's.
yeah,
I'll
that's
keep-
pretty accurate, except without the like Thursday kickball league.
Yeah,
Courtside was a bar in Cambridge that closed down recently.
yeah.
It was a great dive bar.
It was
And
a
they
bar
closed
sad
right
it.
about
next to where we all live.
Yeah,
So we're sad about it.
it's no longer with us. Sorry, PF.
We still need to find a new place.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Not anytime soon. There's always that shitty Cambridge side Royal the Beer chain restaurant.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cambridge is a dying town. Don't
How
come
is it a
here.
dying town?
It's all
They're
downhill.
building Cambridge Crossing. It looks like it's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
It's gonna be an uppity kind of area, you know.
Would you
it's
like
already
to
an
switch
uppity kind of
chairs?
area. No, this is good.
Okay.
Do you
Alright.
want this chair?
No,
I'm
I
not
just- you were
emotionally
like-
tied to it.
You were like moving around, so I
Oh,
didn't
I'm
know
just
if you were
fidgety.
comfortable. Oh, okay.
He can't sit still.
Yeah.
I've watched him from his seat for many times, and he just can't
Yeah.
sit still.
Yeah.
He's a fidgety boy.
Anyways, what's your next question?
What is that landmark I saw?
I don't know. I don't know where
The
you were
giant
driving
I'm trying to
from.
find. Oh my god, this is gonna be so hard to find now.
Was it snowing while you were there?
Yeah, it snowed.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
the first day I was there was
Yeah.
no snow. Second day it was like nonstop snow, like white out, nothing. White out,
Yeah.
nothing. Guess that's a pretty common occurrence out there.
Standard.
Yeah. Syracuse is a lot like here, except more snow.
Reminded me of Worcester. Is that a fair interpretation, Caroline?
I guess, but
It
more
seems like-
snow.
Yeah, more snow, but it seems like an older city that's trying to be built up
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the university saving it, keeping it alive?
No, the university, at least when I was there, seemed very kind of segregated from the city.
Yeah, it is.
What is Syracuse known for? What do they do? What do they?
The university. Well, so
That's
the
it.
Like,
city,
what do they
the city
export out
was
of there?
the city was built on the salt mines,
Oh,
which is why their
saltine.
mascot was the Saltine Warrior.
that is
And
yikes.
the salt mines no longer are really a thing there. So it was a city built around an industry that has since kind of moved out.
Yeah.
Which is why it's very kind of run down now and economically not great.
And I
Yeah.
think people that want to raise their families in upstate New York, like all the suburbs of Syracuse are all very reasonably priced. So everyone just moves there for like reasonably priced / like good school systems for raising your kids if you're gonna stay in upstate New York. And then the other half of the people just move away because it sucks.
Wow, sounds great.
Mhm.
It's like weather-wise Boston, except much more snow and much less to do.
And a lot more hate crimes too.
Yeah.
And a lot more hate crimes. Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
been great lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those not aware, Syracuse University has currently been plagued by a string of hate crimes that the administration has completely bungled dealing with.
Mhm.
And that has been the
Yikes.
current scandal. um,
Also went to a Wegmans out there.
oh, yes.
Yeah, big deal. Wegmans,
That's probably the highlight of Syracuse.
Liquor City.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the old Wegmans though. I drove past a couple of the older ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I looked on the pictures online. They were very, very tight space, very small inside. It looked like.
Yeah.
Wegmans. Caroline told me they were better in New York, and I disagree. I think they're the same as here. I think she hasn't been there in so long that in her mind it's being like thought of differently.
There's more stuff.
It's the same thing as here.
Nuh-uh. I got all my
Same
prime
thing.
kitchen stuff from the Wegmans and DeWitt.
Yeah, because different areas carry different things.
It does
Obviously,
not have
it is
that here.
you defined it as being a bigger store. It is a same square footage as here.
Mm.
Did you go onto campus at all?
No, he
Oh, you
refused.
didn't? Okay.
What am I gonna do on campus?
I don't know.
Walk
Walk
around.
around, look at
I
the
don't even know where
dome.
the campus was. I
You
drove
were
past the
It's
dome.
where the
really
giant ass
close.
dome is.
Yeah.
It's school's out of
It's
season right
pretty-
now.
So
What am I gonna?
Exactly. No one will be there. It's
Yeah.
great.
Fuck. Next time I'll go there. In the lake too. I'll go to
The
the lake next
basketball
time.
team just won.
What do they win?
71 to 69 versus Virginia Tech.
Is that a big deal?
I mean, they're not very good this year, so any win is a big deal.
Do you follow the sport still?
Yeah, fairly. I do, yeah.
Do you wear orange every time they play?
I do not. I don't care that much.
You're not a team player. Nope.
yeah. Anyways.
So you lived in Syracuse for 4 years, and that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Mhm.
No other stories to share about Syracuse?
Yeah, what kind of stories do you want?
Tell
Yeah.
me. So when I go back there again, what do I have to do?
So I did you can do the marching band, I guess. That's most of my experience. That was my big extracurricular. I performed at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. I
The
forgot about
NFL
that.
Super Bowl or the
Yeah.
Syracuse Super Bowl?
No, the JV Super Bowl.
Okay.
The-
I was like, wow, that's really impressive.
No, it was
Jeez.
it was the NFL
I
Super Bowl.
heard it was held in the Carrier Dome that one
It
year.
was
Yeah.
No, it was the NFL Super Bowl at MetLife Stadium my junior year.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you were kidding.
No,
No.
Rutgers and Syracuse did a joint pregame show.
Did you meet any players?
We didn't. We did run into the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers backstage because they were the halftime.
Who was
show
playing
that
that
week.
Super Bowl? Was it
It was the Seahawks. So we didn't actually stay. We weren't allowed to stay for the game. It was like they bust us into.
That
do
is
the
bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
That is bullshit.
because that meant we then missed watching the game because we were going home. But it was the year I think that it was the Seahawks and I forget who else and someone got like blown out. It was like not a game.
what year was it?
Would have been my junior year. So 2015.
Let's see what you're doing here. No.
No, I'm wrong.
Was it-
Maybe it was the
Would have been 2016.
no, because that was the year I graduated.
Your memory is failing you, huh?
It probably is. I'm getting up
Jeez.
there in age.
I think it was 2014.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it would have been 2014. Yeah.
Seahawks did win.
Yeah, but it was like 40 to like 12 or something, wasn't it? Like,
43 to 8. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
not the Broncos
Yeah.
shining year there.
Yeah, but that was cool.
I can't believe they didn't watch the game.
I know.
These
Yeah,
fucking people.
well, if
Jesus
you think
Christ.
about like each of those seats are like $1,000, and they're not gonna blow it on 200 college students for free.
like, when
But
you-
they could have put you in like a little room or something.
Yeah,
and,
it was-
had you watched the game.
Where are you writing? Super Bowl.
I write notes down during the
Oh,
show.
nice. All right. Yeah, but that
Anyway.
was a cool experience. Got to play in front of like 80,000 people on the Super Bowl.
Was,
so.
was there
It
clapping?
was
Did
actually
they clap for you?
the weirdest. Yeah, there was general clapping, but it was a weird experience actually because like football culture is a very kind of. I grew up in like rural Pennsylvania. It's a very like, I don't know, like working class people type of sport.
Yeah.
But you go to the Super Bowl, and like that's not your average football fan that's at the Super Bowl.
No.
It's like the only place I've ever been where we went through the parking lot and people were tailgating out of the back of limos.
Oh my God.
I shit you not. Yeah, it was such a weird, like surreal experience of like people tailgating in suits out of the back of limos, which is just like not at all.
Wearing like
What?
tuxedos and
Yeah,
shit.
it was really strange.
Yeah.
When you're in the band, I've seen it. Have you ever seen American Pie?
I haven't actually. No.
Fuck.
I know. Yeah.
All the
That's
band
a-
kids are weird,
Yeah. Well, that's
but they're all
accurate.
hypersexual too. Is this
That's
true?
Partially.
Is this
It's
true?
like 50.
Do you ever go to band camp?
Yeah.
What goes on at band camp? Tell me.
You mostly just work for like 10 hours a day, and like
What do you guys do at night?
at night you sleep.
Wow.
Because you have to be there at like 8 a.m. the next day. So
That sounds not true.
I was not a partier when I was at Syracuse. So
You partier now?
no, but I also wasn't then. So
Jeez, Caroline was a partier at Syracuse. Pretty sure. She had the house.
I didn't party
through
in my
the
house.
parties.
It's just like my first year of grad school, we went out a lot because we were all like really stressed and 22, and then
Like the song says, but Taylor
we
Swift,
would just go to lab, and then on Fridays leave lab at 6 p.m. and then all of us would go to Chuck's and just sit there all night, shove our backpacks under the table, wearing gross clothes. What a
Gross
time!
clothes.
Yeah,
They not wash. There's no wash machines in
No,
Syracuse.
I mean, it's just like you don't wear like nice things when you're gonna go.
I remember
lab.
like
I don't know what goes on in lab.
Going
I'm
from
picturing dissecting animals in my head,
No,
not usually no.
dealing
no.
with like Ebola and shit, like chem suits and stuff.
No,
like,
it's
No.
mostly moving like clear liquids back.
oh
and
wow, that
forth.
sounds riveting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sometimes they turned yellow. That was like mostly what we did.
that's true.
And measuring how yellow they turned and how
Yeah.
fast they turned yellow.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's the extent of what we did.
Who's this work being done for? The government?
no.
No, our CBs. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Our boss's CB.
Oh.
like,
Yeah. And they're trying to publish their work so that they can get
Who gets money for this publishing? What happens? How
The
does the university
government.
get
You don't
funding?
the
You
government
don't
gives
really-
you money.
Yeah,
The
you-
government
you
gives
don't-
the person money.
So the government pays the school once they release these findings?
No, you don't
No,
really get paid
no.
after. Like
Who-
publication and
I'm so confused how it works. Academia. Who gets?
Everyone
How does
is
the
good.
money work?
So in a lab, there's like a what's called principal investigator, who's like the head of the lab, and the major part of their job is to basically write grants, which are basically pitching money or pitching project ideas to different grant agencies, whether it be like the NIH, which is a big government one, or several private foundations like the Bill and Melinda Gates. And it's basically pitching like, here's our idea for a research project. And then those grant agencies get all of these applicants and select ones to give money to. And that will then fund the work that they do, which hopefully ends up in a publication. The publication gets out. The publication really isn't worth much in turn outside of like it gives your CV
Yeah.
like credibility.
Well, in a company, it gives you credibility.
In a
too. When you're
company,
starting a company, it gives you credibility.
Yeah.
That your science works.
Yes. It's a way of getting your results out there.
Sounds like a scheme, like a pyramid scheme. I don't know. Money comes in.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because you don't really know until after you do the stuff if your idea is going to work. So often you get money and then the project just doesn't work at all, and that money went towards a failed project. But that's just kind of how it has to work. Which is exactly why there's like a big push to get federal funding for this research, because companies are all very focused on like finished product, like return on investment, where the reality is that's just not how science really works. A lot of stuff fails before you get one success. It's not really very efficient.
So what's there to do for fun in Syracuse?
Well,
Yeah, like
do you want me to go first? Or
Yeah,
do
go
you wanna
ahead.
go first? So I really liked going to trivia at my favorite bar.
what bar?
It's called Coleman's. It's in the Irish section of Syracuse.
The
Typical.
Irish section. There's sections in Syracuse. What are the other sections here?
Some sections, yes.
There's Irish and what else? A saltine section.
There's the university neighborhood.
Oh,
There's
all the preppy kids go there,
the west side. There's some places that you shouldn't go.
Thorndon Park at night.
Yep. Those types of things. So anyways, Coleman's was my favorite place to go for trivia. So I'd go to trivia a lot, usually once a week. with my
did you
friends.
win?
Sometimes.
What do you win?
I don't remember. And what else I can talk about? Random tidbits of Syracuse facts. Let me consult
The
my
lake
computer.
is fun if you like water, I guess.
What lake are you talking
Well,
about?
I don't know the
while,
closest lake to it.
Oneida? Or are you
I don't
talking
know.
about Onondaga Lake?
Onondaga was the most
The one on the
polluted
map
lake in
closest
the
to
country.
Syracuse.
What?
The one on the map closest to Syracuse.
Onondaga?
That's
I don't know the name of
It's
it.
not a good lake.
Yeah. That
Shouldn't
was,
go in that water.
At one
Why?
point, it was the most polluted lake in the country.
Yep.
I don't think it is anymore, but it's probably still not great.
Do people swim in it?
No.
No. You don't want to swim.
You can
in
go
that.
to
I-
Lake.
I got
if
call
you
my-
want to go swimming, you should go to Lake Ontario.
Gotta
It's like
call
an
my
hour
doctor then.
away.
Yikes.
Yeah.
When I was there, I went to a restaurant called the Cider Mill. Ever heard of the Cider Mill?
No.
It's like outside Syracuse. That was very good. Number 1 on Yelp.
Nice.
I had a pork chop.
Was it good pork chop?
Yeah. I'd go back.
All right. Yeah.
It's near Wegmans, if that helps, in the Skunk District. Skunk Hill District. You ever heard of that? I think it was in the bad
Skunk
part of
Hill.
town.
Probably. Yeah. That's most of Syracuse.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Is the bad part of town. What did I do for fun in Syracuse? Band took up actually a lot of time. That was most of what I did when I wasn't in lab and wasn't in class.
Yikes.
Played some video games. Got pretty into League of Legends for a while.
Is that
and
that
then-
game geographically defined by Syracuse?
No,
Oh, wow.
Well, what geographically defines Syracuse is the cold gray snow.
Yeah.
So there's not like a ton to do really. What did I don't know, just hanging out with people, like going over to someone's apartment and just chilling.
It's also college. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
It's
there's not-
college.
it's very much a kind of college area.
Yeah.
There was a calzone place called Calio's that delivered until 3 a.m. And sometimes would have deals that for like $2 chicken bacon ranch calzones, which was like amazing at 2 a.m.
$2?
Yeah.
That's
I think it was
illegal.
$2.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
They're probably closed now.
It was delicious. It was amazing.
Wow.
I would say the best thing Syracuse has going, the food is actually pretty good in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that to be true. Like a lot of small cities, like they do
Yeah.
food well because there's not a lot of like options.
I like the dinosaur.
Yeah.
I like the vibe of that place.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be I'm like a restaurant. It was like a dive bar. It was nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have pretty good live music usually. Varsity Pizza is very good. That used to be on Marshall Street. I don't know where it is. It still there? Do you know?
No idea.
When were you last in Syracuse?
2016.
26. You got to go back.
Yeah, I haven't gone back since I graduated.
Oh my god.
That was probably the last time I went back too, when we graduated together.
Yeah, we graduated
2016.
together.
It's probably
It
all
was
different now.
the end of
New
an era for
buildings.
our lab.
What?
It was the end of an era for our lab.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, that was the last time I've been back. And since then, I know like a lot of Marshall Street, which is kind of the street right next to campus where all of the students would go for food and drinks and things.
Also, all the chemistry
A lot of that has
professors
changed.
would go there at lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bros.
Yeah.
They're bros. They're
What's the
Oh
chemistry
yeah, they had
department?
like a posse, and then every time I would see them, I would
Yeah.
like have to run away
why?
because it's very awkward. I'd be like, oh, here comes the bros. I can't watch this.
Does everyone call them the bros?
Yes.
Yes.
What the?
It's like 4 professors.
Yes.
I want to become a bro. How do I become a bro?
Yeah.
I don't think you want to be part of that
Yeah.
posse. No one likes them.
No one.
Not no one, but they have the nickname of the bros for a reason.
Good for them.
Actually, some of them are okay. Not
Yeah.
not particularly. 2 of them in my head are, but the others were
Yeah.
okay. So one of my favorite things about Syracuse, Tyler, I don't know if you remember this, but in the downtown area, there's a lot of different bridges, like train bridges, and they painted them with different sayings. And I looked it up one time, and it was like some sort of like art project thing. They've done it in other cities too, but I really it was supposed to bring like the community of Syracuse together because the downtown area is like, I guess, quote, more affluent than some of the neighborhoods like right out of the downtown area. And they were supposed to bridge these like art bridges were supposed to like kind of bridge the downtown with the rest of the city that was a little bit more economically depressed. And I just really liked that all of their messages. And I found out that when they were making this, that whoever the artist was, when they were making it, they had interviewed a lot of the Syracuse like native population to try to figure out what were the things that they really liked or defined Syracuse. And so they had a couple of sayings about the like weather, which defines Syracuse, and then a few other things. And I just like really always enjoyed those bridges because I thought it was kind of cool.
I didn't know that was the story behind the bridges.
Yeah.
I remember the bridges, but I didn't know the backstory of those.
Yeah. I'll find the article and I'll send it to you if you want to read it.
Yeah.
There's also another one. Do you remember this one, Tyler? I'll show you the picture on my computer. Do you remember seeing this?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had one of those before I die, I want to whatever walls. And it was in kind of a bad section of the
It's
neighborhood.
a list of
Yeah.
the sentence, before I die, I want to, and then it's like a chalkboard.
Yeah, and you can write in whatever you want. And I always wanted to go and write something, but I never ended up doing it. And I'm not sure if it's still there or not. I know they have them in other cities, but like I said, I always used to go to Coleman's to do trivia.
Someone wrote, before I die, I want to smell you.
Someone else wrote, before I die, I want to slay dragons. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Go bungee jumping. Be known. How deep. So, yeah, I always thought that was cool because I used to pass it when I would go to Coleman's for trivia. And it was in a, kind of a not a super nice area. So I always thought it was cool. It was next to the gear factory. Anyways, those are my 2 tidbits about Syracuse.
I found that thing I was talking about. What is that?
Oh.
They're looking at Google Earth. What is it? Tell me.
Is that the thing near Thornton Park?
It is. What is it?
I think it
What
was
is
a
it?
It's in Thornton Park, yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Thornton Park is a park that is right next to the campus. That
Exactly.
gets very sketchy at night that you should not go to
No,
if you're in the
definitely don't go
Syracuse area.
I think it's
I met a lot of guys that we're talking
Um,
about.
I think it's like an old water reservoir. or
Yeah.
something,
Oh,
if
that's it? I thought it was some cool thing.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's a water
something
tank.
more.
Look, there's
yeah.
the Thornton Park pool.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's like an old water reservoir, if I remember.
Damn it. I thought it was something interesting.
In the
No.
amphitheater.
Oh, there is like an amphitheater where over the summer they would do like Shakespeare in the Park.
Did you do it?
And I did not do it, but there was a chemistry professor that used to perform in them.
Yes, there was.
He was a very interesting
One of the
guy.
bros?
No.
Not one of the bros, no. He was a very interesting guy. Very nice guy, but yeah.
Syracuse.
Yeah. Sometimes I used to ride my bike by this thing.
Did you wave?
No. Just ride it in a circle. Interesting. Yeah, that's in Thornton Park.
Well, that was my last question for Syracuse. I figured
What the
it out.
giant stone thing was?
I thought it was something interesting from like back in the day, some
I don't think
historical
so.
value to
Let me
it.
confirm with my computer.
What are you searching? Like Thornton Park
Thornton Park, yeah.
stone thing?
Let's see if they have it on here.
It's probably something very interesting on here.
Continue talking, guys.
Oh, one thing that Syracuse has a pretty nice mall.
I heard about the mall.
Destiny USA.
Destiny USA.
Fun fact,
That's an awful name for a
I
mall.
got-
It is awful, yeah.
I got followed there by some like creepy guy.
In the mall.
It was so creepy.
Really
So-
selling Syracuse.
Yeah. So I was shopping and I ended up leaving the mall in a different entrance than I came in from, and I had to walk like farther to my car, and I was like walking outside alone in the fucking winter, and some like random guy like followed me out the door, and there was like no one else around, and he was following me down the street, and he kept like shouting at me, and then he got on a bike, and he like kind of like rode up behind me. It was really scary. So
That's scary.
I started like running, and I got into my car, and like as soon as he saw me like turn and like try to like get into my car, I guess I started walking quickly because I didn't want to run because I was like, he's gonna like kill me because he's on a bike. And so I started like walking quickly, and then I like turned the corner to like go and get in my car, and I like looked back at him, and he like waved at me and was like, "Bye, cutie." And then I like got in my car. Yeah, it was so creepy.
that's
I got in my car, and I think I was like hyperventilating for like 5 minutes. I couldn't drive anywhere. I like locked the car. I locked the door. I was so scared. And then I drove home, and I got home, and I just like started crying to my roommate, and then I couldn't like do anything for like a couple of hours. And then eventually I called mall security, but like there's nothing that they could do because he's like wearing a giant black puffy coat and riding a bike, and that's every single person.
Yeah. It's most of Syracuse in the winter.
Yeah, but I was like too scared to call them like right away. So when I got home, I like was crying, and then my roommate was like, "You need to call them," and I was like, "Okay, it's really scary." So I will not be going back to Destiny USA ever again.
That's fair. Did
Well-
laser tag there once.
With the band?
Yeah, actually,
Did you carry your
the
trumpet in
trumpet
there?
section. Yeah, the trumpet section, which was like
Got to build morale.
20 or 30 people, went and played laser tag once, and we got our asses kicked by like 12-year-olds.
Well, of course. You know,
Well,
they're very
they-
nimble.
Yeah, and they know the map. Like none of us had ever gone before, and they clearly went there like weekly or something. And you don't see them because they're like 3 feet tall. And yeah, so that was fun.
So the stone structure in Thornton Park is not listed on their website, so I don't think it's functional.
Or
But what
anything
is
interesting.
it
It's probably
for?
like something really boring.
I know.
Or-
it is.
It's the home of like a cult.
Secret Society, I believe it.
Yeah,
Syracuse has that.
Syracuse Illuminati.
Shit.
Syracuse has secret societies?
Maybe in that
They're a
giant
secret.
stone
That's why you
thing.
don't know about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I knew about all the Yale ones.
Yeah, because Yale's a pretty popular, university. They have like buildings on campus that are called their secret societies. Never a good secret.
Yeah.
Skull and crossbones.
Very true.
I was in a secret society once.
Really?
Yeah.
The
I
United
can't talk
States
about it.
Air
I
Force?
can't talk about it though. It's a secret.
Top secret exam?
It's a secret.
Okay, we know. Anyways, so those were the fun things that or not fun, but just random tidbits about Syracuse that I have for you. In the summer, it gets pretty humid because there's no sea breeze, unlike in Boston. And
They have the chemical lake breeze. What are you
pretty
talking about?
gross. So
Rent is super cheap
yeah.
compared to here.
Mhm.
I bet.
My rent, like I lived off campus for a summer, and it was like a third of what I pay here.
Couple
Actually, it
saltine
was-
crackers.
Yeah.
Wow.
My rent was $500.
Mine was 400
Yep.
Yep.
Jesus.
for like an apartment like right next to campus.
Yep.
Yeah. Granted, it was kind of sketchy walking home at night.
I heard all about that.
Yeah. It was like weekly because the Syracuse like campus police would put out a like notification anytime there was like a crime, anytime someone got like mugged or something, and that was like a weekly update essentially. Once someone got mugged in front of a residence hall in like the middle of the day at like 3 p.m. on like a Thursday or something. Someone got mugged like right outside of a dorm,
Jesus Christ.
which is like real ballsy.
Do you carry a mace with you over there? Like,
I did.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did in New Haven too.
Haven's fucking nuts, Abe. What's more dangerous?
And I do now when I go running alone by myself in the morning. I don't
Actually-
listen to headphones and I carry mace.
Yeah. You would have a better perspective having lived in New Haven. But when I was at New Haven, the impression I got was that it was a slightly better Syracuse,
Yes.
was kind of how I viewed New Haven.
Yes. It's slightly better for the reasons of it is closer to major cities, Boston and New York. It has better food. Like Syracuse has decent food, but New Haven has really good food. And the school is significantly better. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, different area. Like it's like, you can only live in like one area. There's still crime. You got your you do your thing, whatever. It's worse if you work in the med school than in the main campus in New Haven, in my opinion, because the med school backs up to a very bad area.
How's the homeless population in Syracuse?
Mm.
I figure it wouldn't be
I don't know the
crazy because it
numbers.
gets pretty cold there.
It's still there though.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers, but there were often Marshall Street especially, there was always like people trying to feed you stories of how like they just got out of the hospital and needed
Oh.
like, but it would
Yeah.
be like the same person for like multiple, like there was one lady that like always claimed she was pregnant.
Yeah,
and
I think I
like,
know who you're talking
she
about.
was pregnant for like a year and a half.
That's rough.
Yeah. And she even had though like a hospital bracelet. Like at some point she had been in the hospital and just like kept the little like paper bracelet and used that as her story of like, yeah. But it was like for a year and a half she was pregnant.
Or like there was this one guy that was like, I need to like get the bus.
Oh yeah,
or
that guy
whatever.
too. Yeah.
And it's just like I just need this last little bit of money to get the bus. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. There was a like preacher guy that always stood on that corner as well and tried to like
Oh yeah.
convert everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Very fire.
Did it work for you? Did you
Uh,
convert?
Yes, that was
Wow,
the
he sounds like a
conversion
really good
moment.
guy.
Yeah,
That was the moment I just
Yeah.
knew
yeah. I just knew.
I had a.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
already loved Jesus before that.
I did.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, can we transition quickly into the cat corner?
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to Caroline's Cat Corner. So today I bring you all of the latest news on Pippa the cat. So today, in case you guys are wondering, Pippa the cat is in fact napping on her cardboard box thingy.
She loves cardboard. Loves it.
Yeah, she does. She loves cardboard. And she does look like a baby kitty, not a baby kitty monster. So when Pippa looks nice and sweet, I call her a baby kitty. And when she looks like very mean and rude, I call her a baby kitty monster. And especially when she's rude at night, she's definitely a monster. So today, while I was watching TV and being lazy and doing nothing, Pippa came up to me and sat on my lap for like 10 minutes. She never does that.
Aww.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
It's a
She
nice
sat on my lap.
attribute
Mhm.
attribute in a pet.
Yeah, she never ever sits on my lap
Occasional
because she's
affection.
obsessed with Vinny and doesn't care about me.
That's right.
Yes, we know. Pippa is obsessed with her dad, Vinny. So, let's see. What can I tell you more about Pippa? Still the same. Still trying to get in the closet, but not allowed.
Oh, man. She had a crisis this week, though. Crisis.
What happened?
A plumber came into the apartment.
Oh, yes.
She does not like visitors.
No.
They didn't call her ahead of time. They just came in, and she did not appreciate it because those are her sinks in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Those are hers. And
Well,
they changed them.
The last time there was a plumber, he was actually very respectful. The guy that came to clean the drains, he was actually very respectful of Pippa and like waved at her and
he waved.
was like
Oh,
nice
gosh.
to her. Whereas like this guy was just like in, out, like, you know, wasn't like, you know, nice.
He was a
about
gruff
it.
guy.
Yeah.
Rough around the edges. With a heart of gold, probably, though, once you get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Peel back those layers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say for the cat corner,
Do you want, okay?
unless you have anything else you want to say.
I don't. Not for the
Updates
cat
on
corner.
Pippa. For Pippa. Okay. The end to Caroline's Cat Corner. And now back to your regularly scheduled podcast on Syracuse.
It's
Great.
perfect. Syracuse. Now, here comes the question. Would you recommend it? To somebody,
What are the other options?
somebody wants to look at places to move, and they're like, maybe Syracuse. Should I go to Syracuse? Your average Joe.
Who is this average Joe? Are they you and I average? Early 30s, getting married
Sure.
and looking to start a
Yeah,
family soon?
a place to settle down.
Oh, okay. So
in
not
terms
like a
of
student.
employment, in terms of, you know, the recreational activities.
Well, we were both there as students.
But
Though,
you were
so,
still
like, I don't know
there.
what the job market
I would
is.
say that if you're in your early 30s and you're looking for some place to settle down, the outside of Syracuse, all the towns outside of Syracuse are a good place to raise a family because they're relatively cheap and like good school systems and stuff. Like, you know, the housing prices are extremely cheap compared to around here. However, you know, you're limited on your things to do. Like if you want to go on a beach vacation, you're going to have a hard time with that. But if you don't care about that, then whatever.
If you like winter, it's great.
Yeah.
But there's no skiing there, though, right? There's no
There's
mountains?
small mountains, but if you want to go to a legit big mountain, you have to go to Whiteface in the Adirondacks or Gore.
It seems like getting anywhere with Syracuse is
It
a
is.
long drive.
It is.
Anywhere you want to
Yeah.
go.
And
or
if you
need
want to
go.
fly anywhere, because Angela and I traveled together, and she still lives in Syracuse. Like what things that are one flight for me are always two for her because there's only like maybe 4 or 5 places that you can
Hancock
fly
Field's
to.
a small place.
Yeah, so that's a big no.
Sounds like you're giving it a no.
But it's cheap, so weigh your options.
Well, I don't know how the employment market is there, so I couldn't tell you.
Also, if you like farmers,
Oh,
they're
well,
there too.
There you go.
I would not advise moving there as a single progressive woman.
No.
It's very
That-
difficult.
Yeah.
How far is Buffalo?
Like 2.5 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And New York's like 4 hours, right? New York City.
Probably.
I know it's a drive to get to New York City. 'Cause you have
There's
past,
a flight
like-
there, but
to,
Or the train.
or the train.
there.
But I don't think the Amtrak's as
Mm.
reliable. I took the Amtrak once out of Syracuse, and it was not as reliable as it is here. Like if you take the Northeast Regional, it's more reliable than other lines because a lot of people use it.
If you're a student, particularly in communications or journalism, their school is very good. They have
Yeah.
like the #1 journalism school in the country or something.
Yeah, but the mascot's an orange.
That's true.
Hard to get by.
But the basketball team is usually okay. We're not really this year, but so there's that.
Is what's his face still there? The coach.
Sure.
The coach.
Oh, Jim Boeheim?
Yeah.
Yes, and he's like 75 years old and still coaching. His son is now on the team.
Wasn't
Buddy
he a like something happened with him, like a scandal?
There was some like academic violations that the program was under
Oh,
sanctions
there was no
for.
like sex scandal. or
Oh
some
yeah,
shit?
in like the early, I think this
Ooh.
one was like early 2000s or mid 2000s, if I remember, with one of the assistant coaches got in trouble. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think his name was Bernie Fine. This was like well before my time though. So
But there was
I don't
something
know.
while we were there that he was like suspended for games, and I don't remember what it was.
That was the academic violation.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
academic
Ugh, boring.
violations?
Yeah, that was-
Okay. Sorry.
Boring.
So, but he has a son that's in college. That's pretty.
Yeah.
He was pretty old to have a son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was the son raised in Syracuse as well? I guess. So.
I think so. I mean, he's been coaching for like 40 some years. He's like been the coach of Syracuse for I think 44 or 45 years.
But he's not like as good as some of the other ones. Like what's his name from Coach K or whatever?
Oh, from Duke?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like no one's really as good as Coach K. Like, it's a
Fine.
very-
Fine.
But he's won a national championship and like overall usually has pretty good teams. He actually was a player there as well before he was a coach.
Oh.
He spent almost like his entire life in Syracuse.
Did he grow up in Syracuse?
I don't know where he grew up.
Let's find out.
Oh, great. Fill up the time.
What else do you want to know about?
I think I'm good. I think I've learned everything you need to know
Are we
about
done?
Syracuse.
All right, yeah, it's
They got a
cold.
great
Do you have any
rotary.
other questions?
It's cold, it's gray.
It's cold. It snows.
I saw Billy Joel there. Billy
my
Joel
gosh.
went to the Carrier Dome and gave a concert. The Carrier Dome, while a great sporting venue, not a great concert venue.
Not acoustically sound. No.
Not acoustically sound. Just for context, the Carrier Dome is like this big, giant, like stone building with a giant, like inflated roof.
Isn't
Very
is it just like a
vacuous.
basketball?
It's a football stadium
football.
that they then convert into a basketball stadium. So like you have the football stadium, which holds like 45,000 people or something like that. And then they take out one of the bleachers in the far end zone, move it to half court, and set up a basketball court there on half the field. And that holds like 35,000 people if it's a sold out game.
What kind of turf is it? A football field. This is
What kind of? It is turf. It's like
It is-
AstroTurf.
okay.
I don't know which is always really annoying because the turf has like all of these little rubber pellets that would get everywhere.
Oh.
Like I have found some in my apartment in Cambridge because they just like stick in everything. They stick in like because a lot of times like you're in like athletic shorts as well, which have like mesh. So they would get stuck in that. They get stuck in like crevices of your shoes. And I haven't found one in a while, but when I moved to Cambridge, I would like occasionally find some like in my bed and things like.
Jeez.
So update, Coach Boeheim is from Lyons, New York, which is about 57 miles west of Syracuse. So I'm going to guess that it's near Rochester. I have never heard of it. But so he's been an upstate New York person forever.
Classic Coach K.
It's not his name.
Coach B.
Coach B. You know, Coach B.
Yeah, Carrier Dome, not great acoustically for a concert, but kind of cool to see Billy Joel in like the later end of his career. The most,
The later end of his career.
well, I mean,
He's
realistically,
gonna be dead soon. It's okay.
yeah. Probably the largest gathering of middle-aged white people I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it's Billy Joel, so I don't know what you expect in upstate New York. But he gave a decent concert, acoustics notwithstanding. Also saw the Dalai Lama while I was there. He visited Syracuse University and gave like a talk.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Just wondering. I never thought about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That was pretty neat. I think those are the two like big things I saw while on Syracuse.
Nice.
Went to a few college football bowl games. Went to one in Texas, the Texas Bowl.
And they flew you out there, or they bus you out there.
No, they flew us out there.
Mm.
Also got to go to the exotic location of the Pinstripe Bowl in New York City, which was great and was a terrible. I mean, it was like fun looking back, but it was New York City in like January. It took place in Yankee Stadium. They converted to a football field for
Wow,
this
must
bowl.
be tight.
Yeah. And it not only like snowed, it like half snowed, half rained for the entire game. It was like freezing rain and snow. And we're in like wool uniforms is like the marching band outfit, which just like sucks up all of that. And that was for like a 3-hour game. So that was a lot of fun.
Wow, these memories.
Yeah.
Looking back so fondly on them.
Yeah.
Who pays for your plane ticket?
I think the university. I'm not sure where
Did you have
exactly
to like give
that
your
money
name or
comes from.
something, and then they just like book you a ticket?
It's like a private, like they get like it's not like American Airlines. It's like they have a plane that the band.
Oh, they chartered a plane.
Yeah,
for
they
you
charter a
guys.
plane for it.
That's interesting.
Pinstripe Bowl. I'm trying to remember the Pinstripe Bowl we might have bussed to. I don't remember. Went to a lot of the kind of college basketball tournaments as well because I was in the basketball pep band. That was cool. Yeah, it's good. Traveled quite a bit actually. while I was there.
My turn.
Sure.
What was the question?
I don't know.
We were just
He's
talking.
just talking about his experiences. in
Favorite
Syracuse.
experiences?
Yeah.
I don't know. Finishing my PhD.
Wow.
Takes up a lot of time.
Yeah. I still have some good friends from Syracuse.
They
Tyler.
all seem to have come here.
We are.
Most,
They all
yeah.
seem like came
A lot
No
of
one
out of
stays in Syracuse.
because we're all in sciences, so everyone ends up
Yeah.
here.
They all end up in either Boston or Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Is like the big alumni bases for, and New York City as well, especially for like the journalism people. But,
Yeah.
a lot of like the STEM people end up in Boston.
Yeah. So a lot of us ended up here, and we all surprisingly live within a mile of each other.
We live across the street from one another.
I know, but I was talking about like Pauline
Oh,
RA,
yeah.
like
Oh,
live within
yeah.
a mile of us.
Yeah.
But yes, me and you live across the street, which is funny because I didn't know that when we were moving in. I like gave
I
you my
didn't either.
address,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
next door." Oh.
I didn't really realize it at first either because that's like that street name is different. I never really think about the street names, and I like put it onto Google Maps and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
It's like 2 feet away.
Yes, Karen and I spent a lot of time together in undergrad in lab. It was Fun.
We did.
putatively. It was
Fun.
fun. I learned.
Memories.
I had fun. Well, some of it was fun. Some of it was not fun, but I didn't leave science, so I guess it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I'm still in science, kind of.
Yeah, you're still in science.
Kind of.
Kind of. Do you have any final thoughts you want to leave with the world?
Final thoughts. Well, I mean, Syracuse isn't terrible. I made some lifelong friends
Perfect way
there.
of saying it. It's not terrible.
Is
Not great, not terrible.
I would give it in terms of cities, like a 3 out of 5.
I was just thinking that. 3. A solid 3.
Yeah, a solid 3. Like you could do better, but you could do worse too.
It's an
So,
average
like,
city.
It's
It's an average college town.
Very average, yeah. If you do go to Syracuse, go to Funkin' Waffles and order the All Shook Up. It is a waffle that is stuffed with bacon and has like a honey and like powdered sugar with bananas topping. It's the best thing on the menu and is delicious.
What's the calories in that bad boy?
You don't think about it. We're-
Jeez. Caroline?
Guy Fieri, whatever, the diners, drive-ins,
It's
and guys
Fieri
guy.
or some shit.
Fieri.
It's so weird.
He
it
was
says
there.
it.
He went to Funkin' Waffles and did an episode there, and Dinosaur Barbecue actually.
Oh.
If you're into the Food Network,
Oh, one of my favorite restaurants in Syracuse was this place called Francesca's. And it has a little outside, it's an Italian restaurant, and it is a little outside, like garden area. So in the back, which is like, because it's kind of on a main street, but if you go in the little outside garden area in the back, it feels like you're in a whole nother world. So if you go there in the summer, it's quite pleasant.
Jessica.
It's a little expensive,
Jessica.
so. But yeah, that's my food recommendation.
Ice skating.
Oh,
Ice
yeah.
skating
Oh.
is nice.
Yeah. Ice
that's
skating
another
in
winter thing
Clinton
you can-
Square. Yeah.
Ice
I
skating's
did
pretty
enjoy
nice
that.
there. Yeah.
We haven't gone ice skating yet this year in the Frog Pond.
No, the weather's either been like 0 degrees or 7 degrees.
Yeah.
You
It's
can't
been
win.
Very bipolar here this year.
True.
Yeah, so so I would say Syracuse is a city that, like, if you like Boston, you'd probably hate.
Yep.
That's a great
It is
recommendation
not-
right there.
Yeah, so if you're happy here in Boston or Cambridge, don't go to Syracuse. But if you want something that's a little quieter, maybe a good option.
Yeah. I mean, it's very cheap.
It's very cheap. If you don't want to spend like over half your income on rent, it's a great spot.
If you want to buy a house, you can get like a
Yes.
solid house for like $200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. Whereas in the Boston area, if you want to get a solid house, it's $1 million. So
Yes, it is. Very expensive.
Good cider. There's the now I'm forgetting the name of the cider place in Syracuse.
the cider place.
Yeah, like hard cider. There's a hard cider, like, what are they called, breweries or
An orchard?
orchard, yeah.
Let me consult.
But I forget the name of it now. But that was very good.
Not a huge fan of hard cider. When you have it, let me know. I have a drop for you to play. Do you have it? Do you have it?
No,
Damn it.
it's not Angry Orchard, is it? That's not in Syracuse, right? Is this
No,
it?
it was a different one.
Hazlitt's?
I don't remember now.
This just in. We still don't know where it is or what he's talking about.
Or I hallucinated it. That's possible.
Maybe it wasn't in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Well, anyways. Do you have any more final thoughts, Caroline?
Beacon Skiff.
Oh, yes. Beacon Skiff. That's what it was. Nice.
Nailed it.
Yes. Very good cider. That's probably my favorite cider outside. Like, I like it more than Angry Orchard.
I could have brought you some home.
Yeah. Beacon
Yep.
Skiff.
Yep, in Lafayette.
Yes.
Yep.
Very good cider. So if you're in the area. I never did the wine tours. I think the wine tours are supposed to be very good.
yes. On the Finger Lakes,
That's
the wine
probably-
tours
if you're
are
a wine person.
very good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're a wine person.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are things in Syracuse. Yeah.
There's stuff to
It's
do.
just like mostly for like 6 months of the year it's cold and gray. So like take that into your calculations. Some people like that.
And if you want to go to a beach, it's very difficult.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
No more thoughts?
No.
Well, thank you for coming on to the podcast today
Welcome.
to discuss Syracuse. I have a special gift for you to give you guys after the show. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you come back on the podcast for another episode.
All right.
Okay.
Until
Thanks
then,
for having us.
goodbye, America, the world.
Bye. Turn this off.
If you can dream it, you can do it.